The largest contributor to WHO, World Health, and they miss. Right now they're literally a pipe organ for China.
Donald Trump is back in the White House, and he's wasting no time making bold moves. On his first day, he revived the controversial 2020 plan to withdraw the U.S. from the World Health Organization. But why? Is it political strategy, genuine concern, or something else entirely? Was this a genius power play or a reckless decision? Today we're diving into 10 reasons why Trump is making this bold move and what it could mean for the world. 1. Distrust in World Health Organization leadership.
They're literally a pipe organ for China. That's the way I view it. So we're seeing and we're looking and we're watching.
Trump's criticism of the World Health Organization stems from what he views as a series of leadership failures, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. He has repeatedly labeled the organization as ineffective and accused it of prioritizing political considerations over global health. The World Health Organization initial praise of China's handling of the pandemic, despite widespread allegations of cover-ups and delays in reporting the virus's spread, fueled Trump's claims of mismanagement. To him, these issues highlight a lack of accountability within the World Health Organization, which undermines its credibility. 2. Alleged bias towards China. Trump believes that the World Health Organization operates under disproportionate influence from China, particularly during the critical early days of the pandemic. He has pointed to the organization's reluctance to scrutinize China's response as evidence of favoritism. Critics of the World Health Organization argue that its failure to challenge Beijing's transparency during the crisis allowed the virus to spread unchecked, contributing to global chaos. Trump's decision to revive the withdrawal plan reflects his broader skepticism of any institution he perceives as being swayed by China's interests. 3. Redirecting funds to U.S. health initiatives. The United States has traditionally been one of the largest financial contributors to the World Health Organization, allocating billions annually. Trump argues that these funds could be better spent on domestic health priorities, such as improving rural health care, tackling the opioid crisis, and modernizing public health infrastructure. However, critics warn that withdrawing funding could disrupt global efforts to combat diseases like malaria and polio, especially in underdeveloped regions. 4. Pushing for accountability. Trump's withdrawal threat serves as a pressure tactic to demand reforms within the World Health Organization. He has criticized the organization for lacking transparency and failing to adapt to modern global health challenges. His stance is that the World Health Organization must adopt a more impartial and results-driven approach. By reviving the withdrawal plan, Trump aims to push the organization to reform or face losing its most significant financial backer. 5. Political leverage. Trump's decision also serves a domestic political purpose. His skepticism of international institutions resonates with his base, which views these organizations as ineffective and wasteful. By taking a hardline stance against the World Health Organization, Trump reinforces his America First philosophy, which prioritizes national interests over global cooperation. Critics see this as a strategic move to galvanize voter support for his re-election bid. 6. Aimed at UN reform. Trump's criticism of the World Health Organization is part of his broader disdain for the United Nations. He has consistently accused the UN and its agencies of inefficiency, corruption, and overreach. Targeting the World Health Organization is seen as a way to challenge the UN's authority and push for structural reforms within the broader system. It signals that the US will no longer tolerate what Trump perceives as international complacency. 7. Distrust in global vaccine programs. Trump has raised concerns about global vaccine initiatives, particularly those spearheaded by the World Health Organization. He argues that such programs may prioritize distributing vaccines to other nations over ensuring adequate supply for Americans. His administration has advocated for domestic vaccine development and distribution strategies to maintain control over health security. Critics contend that this approach undermines global solidarity in fighting pandemics. 8. Fueling the populist narrative. Trump's withdrawal plan fits neatly into his populist agenda, which often pits the people against global elites and institutions. Framing the World Health Organization as a bloated, unaccountable bureaucracy aligns with his rhetoric of standing up for ordinary Americans against powerful, detached organizations. This narrative appeals to voters who are skeptical of international governance and globalization. 9. Breaking ties with globalist agendas. Trump has consistently opposed globalism, advocating for policies that reinforce U.S. sovereignty. Withdrawing from the World Health Organization is part of his effort to disentangle the U.S. from what he views as entangling alliances and agreements that diminish national autonomy. To Trump, the World Health Organization represents an outdated globalist agenda that conflicts with his vision of a strong, independent America. 10. Legacy building. Finally, Trump's decision to revive the withdrawal plan solidifies his reputation as a disruptor of established norms. Whether seen as a bold move to challenge inefficiency or a reckless gamble, this action reinforces his legacy of reshaping U.S. foreign policy. It highlights his willingness to take controversial stances to prioritize what he sees as America's best interests, leaving a lasting impact on how the U.S. engages with global health organizations. Trump's decision to revive the 2020 plan to withdraw from the WHO is steeped in controversy, raising critical questions about the balance between national interests and global cooperation. Is this a step toward accountability and reform, or a short-sighted move that jeopardizes global health? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on today's most polarizing issues. Until next time, this is Innovatronics TV. See you in the next video.